Yo Rana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. So we've got some OCL matches for you again for this one. So in the last video we just had the one game, but it was a thriller against Tahiti City Dwellers. We beat them 6-0, so 6 goals and a clean sheet, not bad for our debut. It became not only our highest scoring OCL game, but our highest scoring game ever. So extra records that going on there. This episode I'm going to go through the match against Nadi and Tupapa. Or Tupapa. So hopefully by the end of the we should know whether we've qualified or not by the end of these two matches, but maybe even the next match. In terms of the other groups, so there's kind of like a staggered group fixture system. So which group is it? Yeah, Group A. They've already played another game than us, so they've only got one more game left, and they already know who's qualified. They're just fighting out who qualifies top now. So the Eels are currently on top by goal difference. Auckland City, the team from New Zealand, are second, and Tafia and Gautcha, or Gatta, I don't know how to pronounce that, clearly, have no chance getting through. So I think the last match is going to be between the Eels and Auckland City, and it's going to be up to them to fight it out. Nadi also won 4-0. And then the next two groups, Group C and D, haven't been played. I imagine these are going to be my predictions. Amical and Bar will get out of Group C, because I recognise those team names. I do recognise Sport as well. And then I think in Group D, Team Wellington, because they're the New Zealand team, will get through, and potentially the Southern Strikers will also get through. We'll see, but those are my predictions. Gonna have to see how fit the team are after just playing a match a few days ago. So we've got Tupapa first, and everyone looks okay-ish. McIntyre's a bit tired. Bring on Cloy. Let's rest him now, because Tupapa are still bottom. The final game we've got is against Nadi, who've got 3 points, so we need to be stronger against them in case something kind of goes wrong. So in case it's like a decider, so we get a better kind of seeding for the next round, if he even has a seeding, I don't know. Bult's a little bit tired, but we'll leave him be for the moment, and then no, we won't. We'll put Salabry on. That'll do the trick. And there we go. So, interesting. 4-4-2 Diamond Nara. Few players can recognise. I tried looking at some of them earlier on. Excuse me. Tried looking at some of them earlier on, and my scouting's not good enough. We could potentially qualify for the quarterfinal if we get a point here. Guess that is true. Is it true? If we get a point, then we'll have 4. Tupapa will have 1. Nadi will have 3. Yeah, I guess if Nadi win theirs, some 6, we've got 4. Tupapa have got 1. Best they can then get is 4. Oh, I wonder if it's there. I wonder if it means it's kind of like, rather than goal difference, it's results against teams in that case. Again, Tupapa would be a draw, so we'd have to go into goal difference. I don't know. I don't know why it says that we can qualify potentially with a point. I don't understand that as a thing, because clearly as the results stand at the moment, Tahiti are beating Nadi. We'll go to the pictures in a bit. Again, we're in the Prince Park, or Prince Charles Park, or whatever it is. Not many people. So basically we're even more in debt than we were. So I think at the start of last episode it was like 166,000, now we're about 176,000. I don't know if we split the gate receipts for these matches, but as you can see, not many people have come all the way to Fiji to watch us play. Not many diehards, unless they're all in this stand here and we can't see them. So let's have a look at. So that's been played. So if we draw, we've got Nardi next. Yeah, I don't think we can with a draw. I think there's so many different permutations still that, because if we lost against Nardi, they'd go above us, and good shot by Richards. Sorry, I know I should be saying something a bit more about the match, and I don't commentate that much on them. I'm normally rambling about stuff. I'm just trying to get it right in my head about how the qualification works. Yeah, because if we lose against Nardi, then they'll have 6 points. Wallace almost. Yeah, then they'd have 6 points, which means Tahiti City could potentially draw or get 6 points as well if they beat Tupapa in the final game. So Nardi could end up on 6, and Tahiti could end up on 6, so we wouldn't qualify with 4 points from this. I just gone Naren. Jared's there to tide. Oh, offside. Harsh. Definitely harsh. Apologies if I keep coughing. I've picked something up. Just did enough of a cough to be irritating. Yeah, there's lots of people offside there. Leisurely getting back onside as well. Come on, Wallace. Back in, Richards. Like we've been knocking on the door a bit. Nothing particularly clear-cut. I know it says no clear-cut chances there as well, but I tend to ignore that because it doesn't seem to register them properly. Wallace. So half-time, 0-0. Not terrible. I was kind of hoping we'd sneak a goal at least. Probably well. Keep it coming. Let's get Chisholm on for Wallace. Waits started. Oh, go on, Gerrard. Yes. Well, what a goal! What a goal and what a ball by Waite. Nodded that one down, bounced it back up. Because I say Waite's mainly just playing because Manuel's getting back to fitness. Good ball in. It's difficult for the keeper, that one. 29 goals for the season. I think half Gerrard is going to be a bit of a record maker for us. Get it out, McCloy. Come on, Gerrard, back in. You've got help. A penalty anyway, but he had help. I guess when you scored 29 goals, you want that last one. And also, if you've got 29, you're probably not the most selfless of strikers. Mate gets his reward for that assist earlier on. And now it's comfortable. Now I think, yeah, we may have. I think we may now have guaranteed it. Assuming it goes on results against teams, because if we lose to Nardi, they get 6 and we're on 6. If Tupapa... Oh no, Tupapa can't do anything. If Tahiti beat Tupapa, then they'd be on 6, but we've beaten them and we've got a better goal difference. So I think we're on track. So if he stays nice and quiet now, I'll be quite happy. Right, I'm going to be on Douglas. I know it's only 56 minutes, but Douglas for Richards. Because if we do end up... If we end up somehow already qualified because we've got 6 points, then I'll make a lot of swaps in the team against Nardi to keep them kind of fresh because we've got the league coming up. I say lots of swaps. I'll probably swap the central midfield and I'll swap the central defenders and the strikers. So basically like 6 all the way down the middle. Change to keep fresh and keep the wingers and fullbacks and the keeper obviously the same. Apparently Ahmed Smith is on course for his 10th clean sheet in a row, which would be a record as well. So we've been keeping it tight at the back. It kind of feels, I'm pretty sure we have conceded in the past 10 games. Actually, in fact, we did against Bora Bora. So either I didn't play Smith or something's gone wrong there. Salaberry doing okay. He was a good buy last season. Oh, Gerrard is through. Get a 30th. Oh, well played. Calm. A nice goal for your 30th. Again, Waite doing the damage. Maybe Waite and Gerrard are a good pairing. Just takes it past and the keeper doesn't know what to do. I mean, that's poor goalkeeping as much as anything else, but he's glad to get it on target. Let's see who else we can sub on. Seth Waite is knackered. Let's bring on Manuel then. Because Manuel needs to get a little bit of game time for some sharpness and fitness. And Waite's earned a rest. 1 goal and 2 assists. Chisholm's managed to pick up a yellow card from somewhere. I still have my team set on get stuck in. I think depending on what our youth intake is this year, I might play around a little bit with some tactics. Maybe see if I can... Like I've got a diamond tactic, like a wide diamond tactic to play. If I've got like a midfield issue. But actually I don't really have enough players to really play that defensive midfielder role or the ball winning role that well. So if I don't get some players that fit into the system already, I might have a play around putting a third tactic in or get rid of that diamond one. Maybe having something that's a bit kind of more midfield heavy. Because this is all Route 1. They're not always playing Route 1, but they're meant to be doing it when they can. Go on, Manuel. Yeah, it's meant to be kind of like a Route 1 / wing play kind of tactic. Either we boot it up the middle, we boot it towards the middle from the flanks, or we run along the flanks then cross it in. But it's normally quite long. Good effort by Chisholm. Turned and took it well. Sorry, I just went super quiet then, intensely trying to watch what was going on. Douglas has been alright. Oof, kind of dug that out a bit, didn't he? Douglas has been a reasonable kind of backup for that left position. He did quite well at the start of the season when he had to. I don't think he's got the same kind of flair and attacking threat as Gerrard. And there is another like left winger in the under-23 side that we could potentially call in. Oh, well run by Gerrard, get it in. That was bad. I mean, they've rescued... Douglas is there. 5th goal of the season. Didn't realise he was getting that many. I mean, that was a really bad ball by Gerrard in. That was not square. It was wonky. So Chisholm could have had a go. Manuel could have had a go, but he just let it run. I don't think that was intentional by Jared and Aaron. I just don't think they reacted in time. They're both greedy enough to have a go at that one. So another 4. So we're getting a good goal difference. Making it look easy. And to be honest, I think this might be the way it's going to be in the OCL often. I think these teams from the smaller Oceanian island nations, even the ones where we've had to replace them a bit so the wrong flags show up, they are going to have a lot of great players. They do have a high quality, kind of high standard of football there. Admittedly, they're not much lower than us, but because our league's active, oh Manuel gets another one. Yeah, because our league's active, it's a good ball by Lamb as well. Our league is active, so they develop better. There's less great players and so on. So I think we'll probably just dominate them. Didn't realise we'd dominate them this easily, but I think generally we'll dominate them. But New Zealand are going to be the issue. The teams from New Zealand. After this match, I'll if we're definitely qualified for some weird reason, I'll just show you the teams from New Zealand and then move on and finish the video. But they'll have lots of more real players. They're players that are worth. Yeah, it's definite. That looked like a handball to me. Yeah, that's. I don't think I've ever seen the kind of full-on Maradona goal. What? No. No. Right, that is a definite first for me. I'm gonna go back and have a look at the highlight once the game's done. I'll come out and I'll go back in and look at the match report maybe. So he got a yellow card for intentional handball to score the goal and then got sent off. That's, I mean, I feel kind of unnecessary when we're winning 5-0. It's not like we were going to change the course of the game particularly with that. You know, we're Argentina screwing an entire nation out of progressing to the next round. Some cynical handballing. It's just a bit over exuberant. That's what's happened. Oh, I thought it'd let me just click on. So it comes in. His arms are so far up. That's insane. How genuinely he's celebrating and everything. That is my favourite thing that's happened in terms of like discipline and getting sent off. That's absolutely amazing. I need to make a little gif of that and save it for posterity. Fantastic. In fact, I'm going to change his nickname to Narandona. Done here, I'm just playing the highlights. It's there. 5-0 win. Tahiti got the 4-0. It's bound for match. Austral Island manager, so no, we're not qualified. It's, I guess, yeah, it's gonna wait. Oh, sorry, just knocked the microphone off. Right, so I'll briefly show you the New Zealand team. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just still kind of in shock from seeing that. So if you look at Auckland City, oh, they don't have any. I was banging on about how many real players they'd have and how difficult it'd be. They've just got one real player's worth 2.9k, which is a lot more than any of our players worth. A lot of tall players, a lot of tall boys. Wellington, no one, not quite as tall. I mean, actually, yeah, they are quite as tall. So I'll pause there and I'll come back for the decider, I guess. This might be a little bit longer because of that and because of me just going back and watching that ridiculous handball. He won't be able to play in the next match anyway, it's amazing.